Many of you have already seen some of the impressive-looking scientific displays that came from the Neptune encounter using data views and a system called Vanessa. Most of the scientists had never had this capability before, and they were absolutely beside themselves when they saw, wow, look at this data in real time. Look, we can manipulate it and show it on the screen any way we want. It was great, but most of the scientists never had a Sun workstation on their desk. They are still not that prevalent. IBM PCs, on the other hand, are different stories. They are ubiquitous. They are everywhere. And my assignment was, in a very short period of time, to develop a system which will enable you to see Vanessa-like displays on a PC. The big question was, does an AT have enough horsepower? Using a board from Sun Microsystems called PC-NFS, we were able to link the IBM PC by Ethernet to the instrument data frame server and have it communicate and act just like a Sun. The graphics limitations, however, are a different story. Have a look at this. The screen is done as simply as possible. We use Microsoft C and the graphics library in addition to the socket library that came with PC-NFS to emulate a Vanessa client. All of the screen parameters can be changed by simple one-letter commands. Channel number, for example, you can change it to 3. Lots of other stuff, hitting S for start and stop, and the data will come in, and the x-axis will be time-stamped accordingly. There's one-letter commands for everything. We can go and change the x-axis, the y-axis, and scale things on the fly, change instrument numbers, and it'll ask and validate for passwords before it actually lets you give you access to that instrument's data. We can scale the y-axis now just by hitting Y. Right now it looks too low level. Let's change it to about 80, and everything gets regraphed. We can also compress the x-axis, change the beginning, the end time. Currently the system only shows histograms. We would have had more spectacular displays like you saw from data views, but the limitations of the Microsoft C graphics package were incredible. Not only were they slow, but you only had very primitive tools such as drawing boxes, drawing lines, and because it goes through BIOS instead of writing directly to the screen like other faster graphics packages, it was more a liability than an asset. If we were to do it again, we'd probably be using Borland Turbo C. That's some of the work that FIST has been doing. This concludes my demonstration. Hi, my name is Gary Friedman, and I work for the FIPSO Information Systems Testbed, or FIST, part of Jet Propulsion Laboratory. I'm here to give you a quick demonstration on some of the features we worked on for security systems and computers. One of the lightest ones we have is for graphics. There's a finger command in UNIX. If you type in the finger and then the person's name, normally there's a lot of information that comes up about them, their office hours, and like that. During the Neptune encounter, there was an awful lot of paranoia going on about, well, who's authorized to be in the lab, who isn't, what do these people look like. So we did a very quick adaptation from a Macintosh scanner. And now we have a new product called Finger with a PH, P-H-I-N-G-E-R. And it will bring up the person's information as well as their photograph. This way we can keep everybody justifiably suspicious and keep up the Orwellian atmosphere which has collapsed in the Eastern Europe. Most of the technical problems we had with this weren't technical at all. Raster files are easy, scanning Macintosh pictures are easy, but getting them from the Macintosh to the Sun systems for distribution was more a political fight than anything else, because we couldn't get the right software and the distributors wouldn't give us the proper drivers for the Mac, and it was a real pain. We've also been working on a lot of different systems to make sure only authorized people can get in. Some of them are challenge response systems. Some of these were from Enigma Logic. They come in the form of calculators and tokens. The idea behind this is a password isn't always enough because password can propagate. Having a physical key isn't always that good because keys can get stolen. Having a combination of both, knowledge and physical possession, is the best combination for security. So we have tokens like this which can plug in, type in the secret password, and depending on time of day in the Unix system, you can be able to get in. Some of them also come in the form of calculators, which have a challenge response. You log into the machine, it gives you a number, you put in the number, you put in your personal secret code, it gives you a number. Everything has to be time-linked. We also investigated other areas such as fingerprint scanning and retina scanning. That's an awful lot of fun. Most people don't like to insert their face into a machine to have it read. There's a little paranoia. If you'd like to learn more about some of the knowledge that we've accumulated, I'd like to refer you to the Flight Information Systems Testbed Quarterly Report number 7, which details a lot of our security systems and a lot of the options that we've looked into. This concludes my 3-minute overview. Thank you for listening.